I'm Scarra here from theScore eSports here with Pobelter after a very close 1-2 series against TSM. It looked very, very good for you. I thought you were going to 1v5 with Victor that game, and unfortunately unraveled near the end. Tell me what happened.
Well, the entire series, game one. So we've been spending like this week trying to figure out Vlad because he's recently risen up and been really strong. And we thought we could handle it with Anivia because I've been doing really well against Vlad in lane and team fights. But as it turns out, all the Vladimirs I've been playing against are actually just really bad. And or maybe Bjerg's Vlad is just really good, and I wasn't able to really have an impact. And then so game one, it was just like Vlad, and then we had some early game mistakes, so we got dumpstered. Game two, we pretty much snowballed the game off one mistake, so I'm really happy with that. They like fail ganked mid, and then we just turned it and kept snowballing, kept taking things, and so we won that. Game three, really close actually. I think the game would have been fairly easy for us if we hadn't tried to do Rift Herald. We got like 2 or 3 kills for free. We were pretty ahead. But yeah, that happened, and then their Lucian got really fed, so we had to stall the game out a long time because we weren't having that much side lane pressure. And then it just came down to a hair, really, and us having Victor Ashe, eventually we're going to get caught out by a Bard ulti, I think. So, it's like even if you throw 10 Bard ultis and you get hit by like one and you lose a game off it, happens,
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, I think it was really, really close. I don't really have any regrets about it. I think win or lose, we are going to take what we can get from it, like what we can learn from it. So it's pretty unfortunate that we lost, but happens.
Okay, I have a question. So I'm just curious what your prep was going into this series. I noticed that TSM, above all the other teams, are still prioritizing Lucian very highly. I think the first rotation Lucian every single game of the series, if not second rotation the last game, I think, because they saw that you guys had no priority on it. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday they ended up just banning Caitlyn in all the games because they wanted like only Lucian to be up. And I think they're the only team with this much Lucian priority after the nerfs. Did you guys come in with an idea that it was just fine, it's not a big deal? Because I noticed you gave them Lucian all 3 games, like, was there any prep around that, or did you guys look to focus around other things?
Yeah, we knew that he would probably play Lucian, and we weren't that concerned about it because Lucian did get nerfed recently, and so that was kind of the general team consensus that Lucian, obviously is still pretty good, but it's not something hugely game impactful like Sivir or Ashe. So we were willing to trade. I think Lucian has a bit stronger laning than those two. We were willing to trade that for the ultimates of Ashe and Sivir.
Okay. I want to go back to your first point in your first game where you said that you thought that Bjerg's Anivia was just better than all the other Anivia, or Vlad was better than all the other Vlads you've been playing against. Was that because of just like, did he use different summoner spells than anyone, or did he just like find ways to pressure you that other Vlads couldn't?
He was just playing the lane really, really well. Anivia is like hard to CS on for me because I don't have that much experience on her. I've been winning as Anivia, not because I'm like super good at Anivia, but just because it's a really good pick against Vlad. And I don't know, he was just CSing like perfectly and using his pressure really well with his team. Like I didn't get a single blue buff that game, I think, and that's really different from the experiences I've had scrimming against other mid laners.
Okay, what do you think about the future of your team? I thought you guys were top 2 or both top 3 teams coming in, and you guys have been looking like a little bit sloppy going in. I was wondering what you think will happen down the road.
I think after playing TSM, I think I can safely say that we're probably both 1 and 2 right now. And even though it really sucks that we lost, it's not horribly depressing or anything because we knew that they put in a little bit more work than us during the off season. We took some time off to stay fresh for the upcoming split while they went to Korea and boot camped against some of the best teams. So we're just we're not too bummed out about losing, really. We would much rather have a few regular season losses and then smooth out all the what am I saying? Smooth out all the flaws for playoffs instead of go through a tear during the regular season and then kind of crash during playoffs like we did last split. So overall, we're not too bummed out. We lost to TSM, but I expect that we'll be 1 and 2 towards the end of the season anyway, so it shouldn't have that much of an impact.